Alright, let's fucking do this. Okay. What's up, Lightworkers? It's your girl Supernova Jazz, and thank you for coming back and tuning into my channel. And if you're new, welcome to the party. And yeah, this first vlog, channel, video, whatever the hell it is, because I'm just going with the flow and I'm just super excited for everyone tuning in, so you guys can catch my drift, you can catch my journey and see like how I'm transforming as a person, as a creator. And I don't really expect this to be perfect, but what the hell. So talking today about like how I became a personal influencer and my journey up until now. And right now, if you can, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe down below. Yes, again, subscribe down below. Subscribe down below. Alright, so I just want to tell you guys a little bit about my journey and how I became an influencer naturally and how the universe has brought it to my plate. And don't forget to watch this video all the way to the end, because I'm going to give you 5 tips that show you in your own personality, maybe if this is also the right path for you as well. If you want to be an influencer, do you have what it takes? Do you have what it takes to be an influencer? Because it's prestigious, it's exclusive, it's intrusive, it's in your face. So do you have that? Starting this journey, I really was actually in dental school. I went to Nova, right? Yeah, what?
What the fuck was that?
What? You did not expect that. I was a biology major. I don't know how I was getting through it. Anyways, so I was a biology major and I was also working part-time at this restaurant. I'm not gonna say its name because y'all don't need to know all my business. You don't need to know everything, honey. Okay, anyways, so I started taking pictures with someone also that worked with me, and it was crazy because I felt like I was at a time and point in my life where, I don't know, like I was giving school all I got, I was giving everything I got, and I just felt like I wasn't receiving any type of self, like I didn't feel full on where I was going, right? So anyway, so I just started taking pictures and being creative and really just like expressing myself. I've always been an expressive person. I'm a Cancer. And if you know anything about astrology, is we are emotional. We are emotional. We are emotional beings, but it's a beautiful thing because, you know, just like starting to take these pictures really. And I'm a stylist person. I can't even talk. I'm a stylish person, so like expressing myself through the posing and like putting together these awesome like outfits and like really seeing the pictures out there and like stepping back and being able to view like, wow, I did this, really like helped me grow. And I was just going through so much. I was going through a bad breakup. I was with someone that was just, so I was like really giving school all I got. I love being in school. I'm such an inquisitive person. Like I love to learn. I love to know the ins and the outs of a process, right? But summer break was coming and I was just like, you know what? I'm really enjoying doing all of what I'm doing, and people are starting to call me a model.
Bitch!
I guess I'm a model. People, and then I was like, I'm just gonna give it 1 year off of school, and if nothing drives out of this, if nothing like manifests out of this, then I'll just go back to school because I love school too, so it's really not that big of a deal. And I might as well do it now while I'm in my early 20s versus when I'm in my late 20s, and it's just I might not have the opportunity to take that 1 year break. So as soon as I decided to take that break, everything just started happening. I started like connecting with different people. Well, like, to be honest, I wasn't really connecting. I wasn't really reaching out to people. People were coming to me. Like, things were coming to me. And I just have that type of like personality where I'm just like, sure, I'll try this, I'll do this, cool. And of course, in the past, that quality of personality has not been the best. It's a blessing to be very versatile and go with the flow, but like sometimes I actually started teaming up with these girls, and we started making this this networking I wouldn't say it was organization, like it was getting there, but it was mixers. So a lot of and it really was an opportunity for me to grow like my social media marketing. So I just started to take pictures, right? But I'm just that type of person, I put 120%, that I would like Google like literally the dumbest stuff, like how do you do this, how do you do that, like how does the Instagram work, like how do. So like those qualities, and like I was starting to learn because I was just like so obsessed with like growing, like just like growing something and like watching it formulate in front of me, that I was able to like learn more through starting a whole like mixer organization, if you will. So I ended up doing like 3 of those mixers, and I had a lot of girls were coming through from because I'm located in South Florida, so a lot of girls were coming from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and just like I was using Instagram as like just a way to connect with people, and none of this was really on purpose. Like I just genuinely love what everybody's doing. Like I genuinely love people who are doing the same shit as I'm doing, but like in their own way, right? So just like pretty much like building relationships, and like I've always been obsessed as a little girl, like the idea of having a pen pal. That was like a thing in cartoons, like, oh, like I have a pen pal, and I'm like, oh, I want a pen pal. I want a pen pal so bad. So I guess it manifested, like that desire came with me as an adult, and it worked in my favor. So just started building all these friendships. I mean, I was rekindling friendships through high school that like people were like, oh shit, you're doing dope stuff, like I'm doing dope stuff too. So yeah, I started doing that. I did about like 3, but then a lot of photographers, local creatives were starting to reach out to me. So of course I'm like, what's good, let's shoot, right? Let's create stuff. Like, you want to have fun, like, and then maybe we can end up at a bar after. Of course, like their audience would tune into like who I was, and then like things just started propelling. But like I was more so obsessed with creating. I like put creating versus the numbers in front of myself. Okay, where did I leave off? Start creating. I was creating like dope ass content, and brands would start reaching out to me. So just like how friends and people started reaching out to me, companies and brands, and like other, like who was the first brand that reached out to me? It would have to been Rebel Wilson. It was Rebel Wilson X Angels. So Rebel Wilson has her own clothing brand. I love it, to be honest. I think I'll do another video where I really like talk about the experiences maybe with each clothing brand. I don't know, let me know, thumbs up if you think that's a cool idea. They had reached out to me, and they actually, like, their social media marketer was in town, so he said like, hey, in the email, like, I don't really have a budget, but if you come through, we're at the SLS hotel, which is an amazing hotel in Miami. Oh my god, it's so nice. It's so nice. I will be staying there like every other weekend in the near future, manifesting it, come my way. Anyways, so he's like, come through, and if you like happen to know maybe a makeup artist, new makeup artist, also because I took the risk of doing the SFO Girl Gang, and I actually was like, I did like a 2-month internship with this production agency. That didn't turn out. So like, to be honest, it was like fail, but not really, because I was making all these connections, and like everything like I wanted to do was like manifesting in front of me. Anyways, so he's like, oh, bring a makeup artist if you can, new one, and we'll shoot. So that was like the beginning, and I think once they like posted me on their page, other brands saw that, because that's what brands do. Like, they look at each other and they look at who is wearing their stuff, who's creative, like who's actually taking the time to take these pictures, maybe edit these pictures a little bit, market these pictures. And yeah, so then like Reb Dolls hit me up, which I love them, Fashion Nova Curve, I like, just so many brands at this point. And to be honest, I am extremely grateful for it all. Wait, Refinery29 found me on Instagram, and they actually paid me. Like, so like some were like paid and you didn't really get clothes, but like some were, here, clothes, we can't really pay you, but it was great exposure because they would repost me. So like everything just started coming and forming in front of me just by me like creating. And then like when something would arise, like people would be like, oh, the Instagram algorithm, and I'd be like, what? What's the Instagram algorithm? I don't. What's the Instagram algorithm? Okay, that's me. You know what hashtag shadow banning is? I'm like, huh? Hours studying. So like really, I took those qualities of being a student, and I would say I am a college dropout, but I never really dropped out because that quality in my personality, that inquisitiveness, I've took it with me always to life. So I started working on Fashion Nova Curve, all these brands, and then my Instagram got hacked. That was, where are we? We're in December, November. We're going backwards. October, September, August. It's 4 months ago. And so it's been about maybe a year and a half, it's been about like 2 years of me doing like this creating. So like, think about it. Like, and at that point I grew to about like 8,000 followers. So everything was wiped away. And that was 4 months ago. But to be honest, it really drove me more because I'm very driven. You guys are gonna see it. I'm very sweet, I'm spiritual, I'm centered, I'm Mother Earth, I'm Mother Nature, because I am a Cancer, but I am born in South Florida, raised in South Jersey, Philly, came back to South Florida, and you ain't gonna tell me no, honey. You are not going to stop this bag. You are not gonna stop this bag. No, it's not gonna happen. So like right away, like because it was deleted, it wasn't really just like hacked, someone didn't like take my name. I was able to like put Supernova Jazz, like bring it back up. But like it really like set the fire under my ass, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't think I would be like revamping my YouTube if it wasn't for that. I don't think I would be revamping like my podcast if it wasn't for that. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a podcast. I'm jumping everywhere. Like, wrap my story up. Started creating, started taking pictures, wanted to take it to the next level. Started creating like little small like videos. You could see if you're on my channel, I have like 4 other videos, like really getting into stories. Met with a nonprofit organization. They're cool as fuck. They are now like my friends. They are my friends. And they like inspired me. So like through the way, I met people that inspired me to create certain things, like creating this YouTube channel, creating the podcast, Shift to Culture, which down in the link below, if you want to hear some cool ass topics, like what does stay woke mean, like am I Latina enough just because I don't speak Spanish, like just like all that stuff, like go to the podcast. And to be honest, I might like bring some of this audio from this channel on the podcast as well, so we'll see. But yeah, so all this stuff started developing and reaching high, and then like my profile getting hacked was just like, it was like a death experience, right? Because it was bringing something to light, and then it died for like maybe 4 hours because it was hacked. It was hacked at night, but like I woke up at like 8 in the morning and was like, so it must have been gone. And I remember I was like up super late the night before, so it must have been like a small window, like somebody got into my stuff. it was a death experience, and I like brought it back to life. And I feel like without that death experience and my profile getting hacked, I would not be here. I would not be giving you this juice. I would not be. So the reason why you may really be here, other than my story and how I really naturally grew into being Supernova Jazz, is maybe what does it take from you, and what are 5 qualities in you that say that you could be an influencer, that maybe you can be an online mogul and have your own empire online. And yeah, so quality number 1. You have to have a personality. You have to be charismatic. You have to really love people and interacting with people on screen and off screen. On screen and off screen. You have to like have this like confidence, even if it's like maybe there a little bit, just a little bit. But if you have this like somewhat like, I know I'm the shit and I am deserving, then you have what it takes. Because like, to be honest, that's why you deserve to be an influencer, so you can influence the world to be like you, to have those qualities like you, right? So yeah. And if you don't have the personality and you don't have the confidence, then it could be one or two things. It could be one, that maybe that's just not in you and you are needed in the world and somewhere else. You maybe be needed in the doctor's office, you may be needed anywhere, but it all makes sense. Everything is divine. We are all connected. So just because you cannot be in front of a screen does not mean that you're lower than anybody else. Or 2, it could be that you like have these qualities of being on screen, but you're just going through a lot and maybe you need to heal. Like there might be something there you're not paying attention to. So in order for you to influence the world, you really need to know that your cup has to be full. You need to be selfish and bring that cup full so you can give that energy to the world. Because without you really finding who you are and stop talking to yourself with such harsh criticism, then you can't really do this. I'm sorry. I'm just being real. Love it or hate it. Bye. 222. Quality number 2. You love change. You love change. You love the change of season. You love the change of maybe like the outfits and wear the season. You love change in scenery. You love going on trips. You love when changing your hair. Like you just love change. And why do you need to love change in order to be an influencer? Because things are forever changing in this field. Like every day. Like every day. Think about it. Like, and being an influencer was non-existent 2 years ago. Like, this was nothing. Like, you were either just like a blogger. Blogging back then was like the bee's knees. Or you were like just maybe getting into like YouTube, but like you're just curious. Because I feel like 2 years ago really vlogging too was like in its beginning ish. So yeah, you need to love change. Like the algorithm, the marketing aspect is forever changing. The fashion and the qualities of, if you want to be a fashion influencer, is forever changing. Just like stuff in the world is changing, and as an influencer you need to learn, you need to connect people to the world with your perspective, with your energy. So if you're like not willing to change and go with the flow, even with like editing software and just like equipment, like things are changing all the time. As a plus size model, being a plus size model was not a thing 2 years ago. It wasn't. Like, things are changing right now. Things are changing, so you need to love that change. You need to be that change, right? So if you don't like change and you just love to be in your box and you love to be in your comfort zone, this is not for you. And to be honest, even if you don't want to be an influencer, you should love change, because the world is forever changing. And if you think the world is a bad place and you don't want change, then you're kind of contradicting yourself, because there needs to be change in order for the world to be a better place. Bars. Quality number 3. You have a sense of style and you have a personal aesthetic. Let me say that again. you have a sense of style and a personal aesthetic, okay? Because I don't want to get that confused with people pressuring the aesthetic on the Instagram grid, because I don't necessarily think it's necessary to have like only one filter for all pictures and that aesthetic. No, but you have to have a personal sense of style. If you're sporty, be sporty. If you love yoga, embrace that shit. Be yoga. If you are extra, be extra with your style. If you like that girl next door minimalist, be that. But if you just like wearing a t-shirt and shorts, which I think is still cool, but you don't like you don't relate it to the style in the background, you don't make any type of art with what you're doing, then this is not for you. Because people are attracted to people, they're attracted to artists. They really are. People love artists, and I don't like how people put that stigma of starving artists, this, that, because that's bullshit. Because everything is an art form. So, but if you like to express visually, audially, because people are just even influencers, only podcasts nowadays, like you can be flexible with it, but you have to have a sense of style with the way you just are. Like me, my style is what's my style? I would like to say I am hashtag spiritual gangsta, or I would like to say I am street chic. Okay, but see, look, I have a sense of style, so that's a quality. Quality number 4. You're inquisitive, you are curious, and you're driven, which I think those two qualities go hand in hand. Being inquisitive is just like, it kind of goes with the change, but you're inquisitive with the change. You're like, why is this happening? Who is this? Where is this? What time is it gonna be? Maybe what do I need to know before I'm there? What do they do? How does that person relate to my story? And just like, if you're just a person that's always asking questions, always asking questions, then this is something for you. Because not a lot of people are inquisitive, not a lot of people are driven. So being an inquisitive person and like finding these like little bits of information for like life really, and just like being a person, you can bring that to your brand. So really being inquisitive like will actually help you get this bag better. It'll help you get this bag better. Being inquisitive can get you a check. You know, I'll be dying. I'm gonna have so much fun with this vlog, by the way. Okay, to get you out of here, last quality is 5. You're a fun person. You're fun. Even if it's for like 5 minutes of the day, you are fun. Because to be honest, the best people in the world are really children, and children are fun. And when we grew up and when we get out of that heart space in that childlike form, we lose that sense. So really just holding that sense of childhood with you always is a quality you have, because this is so fun. This is not your typical career, and I think it's amazing, and I'm so excited, and I'm so ready to have fun and build friendships really through my audience by being fun, because this is all a joke. Life is a joke. This is a game. Alright guys, thank you Lightworkers for tuning into this video, and if you made it this far, you a real one for real. Please comment that if you made it this far. I'm a real one for real, so I know you made it this far and you're not fake out here in these streets. Anyways, so like the video, comment, subscribe, and I am just so excited. And also wait, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Supernova Jazz. Go ahead and check out Shift to Culture. All the links are in below of my interview series and my podcast. And please stay present, stay grateful. Ciao.